10 most expensive Bugatti cars in the world. There are hypercar manufacturers, and then there is Bugatti, a brand that has become a symbol of extravagance, speed, and expense. A brand that has become a symbol of extravagance, speed, and expense. A brand that has become a symbol of extravagance, speed, and expense. Bugatti can boast to have a stable full of record-breaking machines. Cars that simply ooze class from every panel, but drip with immense horsepower. Yet these are more than cars. For some, they are functioning works of art. To others, they are monetary investments. Gearheads though appreciate them for their perfect handling, intense speed, and fine engineering. Bugatti's cars are vehicles that most fans will be happy to catch a glimpse of, let alone even sit in or drive, remaining out of reach for the average car enthusiast. Bugatti's creations are dream machines, and these are the 10 most expensive Bugattis in the world. 10/10 The Bugatti EB110, $800,000. The Bugatti EB110 harks back to a time when supercars were a rare commodity. Only a few manufacturers could boast about their creations, and Bugatti was one of them. Fantastic to look at, it still seems very futuristic despite having launched way back in 1991. Power and speed were both impressive for the time. The EB110 fired out 553 horsepower from a 3.5-liter 60-valve V12 unit. An engine that relied on 4 turbochargers and 12 individual throttle bodies. It could hit 60 miles per hour in 3.3 seconds, then power on to a top speed of 213 miles per hour. 9/10 The Bugatti Veyron Supersport, $240,000, limited to 30 cars. The Supersport was a more honed version of the Bugatti Veyron. At the time of its release, it was the fastest street-legal production car, a claim backed up by being factory restricted to a top speed of 258 miles per hour, a figure still impressive to gearheads today. With a power bump to 1,184 horsepower and 1,106 pounds per foot over standard, the Supersport delivered an incredible performance. Its 8.0-liter quad-turbo W12 engine rocketed the car to 60 miles per hour in 2.4 seconds. It could blast to 200 miles per hour in a mind-blowing 22 seconds. 8/10 The Bugatti Chiron Supersport 300, $3,900,000. Bugatti describes the Chiron SS 300 as both a beauty and a beast. A car that is gorgeous to look at, and quick. Only 30 Chiron Supersport 300 examples exist. Retaining the impressive 8.0-liter W16 engine, power increased to staggering levels. With 1,580 horsepower and 1,180 pounds per foot of torque on tap, the monster Bugatti will annihilate a stopwatch. The 0 to 60 miles per hour run takes a mere 2.2 seconds, whilst 150 miles per hour will appear in 8.8 seconds without its 272 miles per hour factory limiter. The Chiron SS 300 will blast through to 303 miles per hour 7/10. The 2024 Bugatti Mistral Roadster, $5 million. The stunning-looking Bugatti Mistral Roadster marks the end of an era. It will be the last time that the glorious 8.0-liter W16 engine sees service. And what a fitting swan song for the power plant. It is a limited run of 99 Mistral Roadsters will follow, each sold already. As always, the statistics are mind-blowing. Power sits at a respectable 1,578 horsepower. This mountain of muscle allows the Mistral to make a play to become the world's fastest roadster, and as such, every dial inside the Mistral remains visible at 261 miles per hour, an impressive feat. 6/10. The Bugatti Divo, $5,400,000. A far more track-focused weapon, the Bugatti Divo seeks out corners, an array of impressive aerodynamic enhancements to glue it to the asphalt. And a 1.8-meter wide wing dominates the rear of the car. Every intake, scoop, and duct serves a specific purpose, boasting 1,479 horsepower and 1,180 pounds per foot of torque. A Divo will hammer to 60 miles per hour in 2.4 seconds. To keep the Divo light, sound deadening stripped out, and carbon fiber parts used in key areas, whilst a firm suspension setup and enhanced dampers provide sharp handling. 5/10. The Bugatti 1932 Type 55 Supersport Roadster, $7,100,000. Bugatti wowed the crowds at the 1931 Paris Motor Show. They went on to build just 16 examples of the Type 55 Roadster. It was a mechanically advanced vehicle for the time. An iconic design, the Type 55 SS offered impressive performance for the era. Lurking under its long hood was a special engine. A 2.3-liter straight-8 with a supercharger. It made between 130 horsepower and 160 horsepower. Pushed hard, the gorgeous Type 55 SS could hit 60 miles per hour in under 12 seconds. When given enough room, it would also run on to a heady 114 miles per hour. 4/10. The Bugatti 1937 Type 57S, $10 million. One of the best looking cars ever created, the Bugatti Type 57S is a mobile work of art proportioned perfectly. It is an ode of grace to the Bugatti badge. The 57S is a lowered version of the standard car and took major modifications to complete. Power also became a priority, built as a 3.3-liter inline-8 with 135 horsepower. Customers would return their cars to Bugatti for an upgrade. A factory-fitted Roots supercharger would then boost power to around 200 horsepower, giving a much-needed performance boost. Only 42 Type 57 SS were ever produced, 3/10. The Bugatti La Voiture Noire, $12 million. A seriously menacing machine, the Bugatti La Voiture Noire is a one-off Chiron-based hypercar, wider and longer than the car it replaces. The La Voiture Noire has a more grand touring focus. That said, it still has close to 1,500 horsepower and 1,180 pounds-per-foot to rely upon. Listed, at the time, as the most expensive new car available, the Bugatti La Voiture Noire is a homage to a lost Type 57. A bespoke creation that captures the spirit of Bugatti from the front grille to the sweeping rear, the La Voiture Noire has stylish nods to the original 2/10. The Bugatti Centodeci, $14 million. To state that the Bugatti Centodeci is bespoke remains an understatement. The interior alone takes 16 weeks to create, a tribute to the original EB110. This limited edition vehicle is muscular, refined, and fast, a toy for the super rich. Only 10 Centodeci examples exist with running gear and engine from the Chiron. The Centodeci has similar statistics. That means it will explode to 60 miles per hour in 2.3 seconds, underpinned by a sophisticated AWD system. Traction is incredible even with the full quota of 1,479 horsepower unleashed into the wild 1/10. The missing Bugatti 1936 57 SC Atlantic, $130 million. The Bugatti 1936 57 SC Atlantic may look awkward, but it has wicked teardrop styling, a fine engine, and drips with exclusivity. It wears the title of being the first supercar ever created. Only 3 exists, with a 4th model being a highly sought-after automotive treasure. 3 customer cars exist, with the last kept by Jean Bugatti. Named La Voiture Noire, it served as a tool for advertising and motor shows. It then disappeared before the Second World War, likely hidden from the impending invasion. It never saw the light of day again.